You've probably been scrolling through a dozen chair options, wondering if any of them will actually let you get through a full day of work or a marathon gaming session without ending up with a sore back or a broken budget. I get that hesitation. The last thing you want is to drop a decent amount of cash on something that feels great in the showroom but falls apart once you sit in it for a few hours. That's why I'm breaking down the SGeneE Ergonomic rolling desk chair, looking at what it really delivers in everyday use, where it might fall short, and who should or shouldn't consider it. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. First off, let's talk about the kind of environment this chair is built for. The SGeneE comes with a mesh back, a 3D lumbar support system and 4D adjustable armrests, all the buzzwords you see in ergonomic marketing. In practice, that means it's aimed at people who spend long stretches in front of a computer, whether that's a home office, a gaming rig, or a shared workspace. The mesh back is breathable, which is a real plus if you tend to get hot during intense focus sessions. I've seen a lot of office chairs that trap heat, causing you to shift constantly, and that can become a distraction. With this chair, the airflow through the mesh helps keep you cooler, especially in a warm room or after a quick jog to the kitchen for coffee. The 3D lumbar support is another feature that sounds impressive but needs context. The support mechanism lets you push the pad forward or backward and also tilt it slightly upward to match the natural curve of your lower spine. For someone with a fairly standard torso length, this can make a noticeable difference after a few hours of sitting. I tried it while editing video footage for a couple of evenings, and the ability to fine-tune that lower back pad meant I could sit upright without feeling a constant pull in the hips. That said, if you have an unusually long or short lumbar region, you might find the range of adjustment a bit limited. The pad can only move so far before it starts to feel detached from the seat. Now, the 4D armrests, they swivel, lift, slide forward and backward, and also tilt up and down. In my setup, I'm often multitasking between a drawing tablet, a keyboard, and a mouse, so being able to swing the armrests out of the way when I need extra desk space is genuinely handy. When I was playing a fast-paced shooter, I could push the armrests forward and lock them, giving my shoulders room to move freely without hitting the pad. On the flip side, the armrest knobs can feel a bit stiff at first, and you might have to spend a few minutes getting them into the exact position you want. If you're the type who likes to just sit and start working without any tweaking, that extra setup time could be a minor annoyance. One practical strength that often gets overlooked is the chair's base and wheels. The 5-star aluminum base feels stable, and the casters roll smoothly on hardwood, tile, and even low-pile carpet. I've moved the chair around my apartment a lot, shifting it from my desk to my standing desk area, and it glides without leaving marks. The only caveat is that the wheels are not designed for thick carpet. If you have a plush rug, you'll notice a little resistance, and you might want to invest in a floor protector pad. When it comes to weight capacity, the SGeneE is rated for about 250 pounds. For most people, that's more than enough, but if you're on the heavier side, you might want to double-check the rating and consider a chair with a reinforced frame. The seat itself is padded with high-density foam, which feels firm at first but gradually softens just enough to give you a balanced feel. It's not a cushy lounge chair, and that's intentional. Too much cushioning can lead to a sinking feeling that throws off posture. If you're looking for a chair that feels like sitting on a cloud, this isn't the one. Let's talk about the assembly experience, because that's a hidden trade-off many buyers ignore. The SGeneE arrives in a fairly compact box with all the parts clearly labeled. I managed to put it together in about 15 minutes with just a basic screwdriver. The only hiccup was that the instruction sheet assumes a certain level of familiarity with ergonomic chairs. The diagram for attaching the lumbar support could be clearer. If you're not comfortable with a bit of DIY, you might need to set aside a little extra time or ask for help. Who should buy this chair? If you're a remote worker who needs a reliable seat for 8-hour days, a gamer who wants a chair that won't trap heat during long sessions, or a student setting up a dedicated study nook, the SGeneE checks a lot of boxes. Its adjustability lets you personalize the fit, the mesh keeps you cool, and the mobility makes